welcome back to my computing corner, and today we are going to be taking a look at macOS 10 Lion as a part of the 25 years of macOS 10. Now we've got some new features I want to show you and some other things as well, so you get to see all of that, and you also get to see some other bits as well. I've downloaded some new voices as well, so you're going to recognise some of these, particularly the ones that I've got lined up as well. And with that, we'll keep on going and we'll just have a great time exploring macOS 10 Lion. This is also the last Mac system to have the macOS 10 bit in its title, because the Mac part gets dropped following Mountain Lion, so it then becomes OS 10 after that. But join me back in a bit and I'll take you around the desktop and some other bits as well. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. You've just joined me on my desktop of macOS 10 Lion. There's something cool I want to show you. This version of macOS 10 introduces the Launchpad, and we've got all our Apple programs here, the ones that came installed by default, and these are all the ones that I've installed. But let's start with a game of chess, because I've recently downloaded some new voices, so you get to see those as well. I'm just going to come out of that again, because otherwise it's going to sound really odd. Because sometimes you get the same voice playing both parts. Well, let's do my usual signature move. Start move. This is
Pawn G2 to G3.
Pawn D7 to D5.
Pawn H2 to H3.
Bishop C8 takes H3.
Recognise the voices?
Bishop F1 takes H3.
Pawn E7 to E6.
Let's do this.
Knight G1 to F3.
Knight B8 to C6.
Knight F3 to H4.
Queen D8 takes H4.
Sorry, Sarah, I'm going to be taking your queen.
Pawn G3 takes H4.
Knight G8 to F6.
Alright. Let's have a look. So I'm going to do this.
Pawn C2 to C3.
Knight C6 to D4.
Talking about my animated wife here.
Queen D1 to A4.
That puts her in check.
Pawn C7 to C6.
Right, I'm going to take your
Queen A4 takes D4.
knight as well.
Bishop F8 to D6.
Okay. Trying to work out what to do next.
5 takes C4.
Queen D4 takes D6.
Knight F6 to E4.
But that takes care of your bishop. So
Queen D6 to C7.
Knight E4 takes D2.
Bishop C1 takes D2.
Castle kingside.
Yeah, you castled.
Queen C7 takes B7.
Right,
Pawn C4 to C3.
I'm going to take your pawn.
Pawn B2 takes C3.
Rook A8 to B8.
Queen B7 takes A7.
Rook B8 takes B1.
But that puts me in check, but not
Rook
for long.
A1 takes B1.
Rook F8 to D8.
Right. I've got an idea.
Pawn e2 to e3.
Rook d8 takes d2.
King e1 takes d2.
Pawn c6 to c5.
Rook b1 to b8. Checkmate.
Yep, because you can't do anything because you've kept your king in the same place. So yeah, I've won that one. Right, I'm going to do another game and see if I can play
Pawn
any
g2
different.
to g3. Pawn d7 to d5.
Well, that was my concern. Right, not playing against myself. Can't. Let's try again.
Pawn h2 to h3.
Bishop c8 takes h3.
The only place you'd find that happens
Bishop
is
f1
in
takes
line.
h3.
Pawn e7 to e6.
Knight g1 to f3.
Knight b8 to c6.
Knight f3 to h4.
Queen d8 takes h4.
Pawn g3 takes h4.
Knight g8 to f6.
Right, I'm going to go up here this time.
Pawn e2 to e4.
Knight f6 takes c4.
Put my queen there.
Queen d1 to h5.
Knight e4 takes f2.
You're not
King
taking
e1 takes
my...
f2.
Bishop f8
Rook.
to c5.
That puts me in check.
King f2 to f3.
Castle kingside.
Rook h1 to g1.
Bishop c5 takes g1.
I've just lost my rook. Oh, that's not good.
Queen h5 to g5.
Bishop g1 to f2.
King f3 takes f2.
Knight c6 to d4.
And... no.
Knight b1 to a3.
Knight d4 takes c2.
Right, I'm going to move my
Rook
rook.
a1 to b1.
Knight c2 takes a3.
Pawn b2 takes a3.
Pawn c7 to c5.
Rook b1 to b3.
Pawn d5 to d4.
Rook
Go this way.
b3 to g3.
Pawn d4 to d3.
Queen g5 takes g7. Checkmate.
Yeah, that sort of worked. Double victory for me. And with that, we can now move on to the next part, which is I'm going to go into Microsoft Office. And I've noticed that this is 2011. This is Office 2011. And we've got Entourage now became Outlook. We're going to Word. And then some. Like a specific poster or anything. Well, that's not good. Let's go into a Word document. Wait for that to sort itself out. We've got the styles here. I'm just wondering, yeah, we can change the themes here. How many themes do we have? I don't know because you're preventing me from doing anything. Let's do newsprint. Impact in Times New Roman. And just want to see. Yeah, I'll leave that as it is. And if I show you what I mean by this font matching, that's what I was on about. This bit here became Myriad Pro there as well. Got loads of document elements there as well in this program, like the table of contents, and you've got your reference APA. I think this will be APA 5. And then you've got tables as well. You can add a new table. Can you go further than 10 by 8? No, you can't. And no. Right, well in this case then I'm going to have to do language. There we go. More like it. But let's come out of that for now. So we can look at those. We can look at more features in a later program, in a later system, because I've got it in more than one place. And then we'll just. This is everything in Finder. That's the new Finder layout as well. I do want to, let's go into preferences, open it up to a different folder. So if I go into other, and then choose downloads, it will start me there, hopefully. Yeah, it does. That's brilliant. Unfortunately though, I've now had to chuck out my external CD burner, so I'm going to have to buy another one. Should be able to find one on Amazon, but yeah, I had a CD that got stuck in that burner, and it just wasn't budging for anyone. So with that, let's go into GarageBand. I've installed the extra loops as well. So I want to show you some bits here as well. I also have Logic Express as well, but that's still version 8, so you would have seen how that works. Hopefully, with the next system that I look at, which is Mountain Lion, it will allow me to then look into using other apps from the App Store. Right, let's start up a new project. I'm going to leave that in C major. And then hopefully there we go. Let's get rid of the keyboard. We have a new home for the loops. Let's go for some drums. I think that's a good one to start. Let's get rid of that grand piano as well. we have a counting metronome. And then I'll take it to bar 9. I'll take it up to bar 13, I think. Because then if we go back to bar 5, we'll grab a piano or something. See what this sounds like. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. Yeah, that was it. And then, let's see what 4-way I can do with this. On bar 13, but I do want to see this chord. Yeah, that will work. Let's go back to bar 13. And see what else I could find. Let's look for something cinematic. Don't think anything cinematic will work here. Let's see what bass we've got. Right. Let's see what that sounds like with the piano. I don't want it to clash. That will clash. Right, in that case then I'll just come out of that because I'm just giving a taster as to what you would expect, and but it gives me an idea then to what to include when I finally do these as part of my music corner. But let's now carry on with anything else that we might have, which isn't a lot because you can't do anything in the, if you can't do anything in the App Store, I mean, I'll show you what I mean. I'll open up the App Store and then you see what I mean. That was introduced in macOS 10 Snow Leopard version 10.6.6. Introduces this, but it says cannot connect to the App Store. So that doesn't do much. But let's see what else I can find. Also introduces iCloud as well. I just want to see if I can do anything online. That's going to say Chrome, because I've not long downloaded Chrome there. I've not long downloaded Chrome. So I'm just going to type in what I can find for Darren's Corner, which won't be anything on here because it's not going to let me. So let's try Google Chrome. Let's type something into Google Chrome. This one has a bit of a problem trying to sign me in for some strange reason. Let's just see if I can do anything on Chrome. Well, I've got Untitled, and that's it. It won't let me do anything else. Probably because it's to do with how old the... Yeah, there we go. Now it's coming up with something. Let's have a look at my images. Now, these are all mine. That's mine as well because I've uploaded that to TikTok. And that one went up to YouTube. That's my animated channel. But let's have a look at studio.youtube.com because I just want to have a look to see if that will work. Already I'm able to do more with this. Hopefully I haven't spoken too soon. It's doing that. Looks like it's loading. I think in this case I'd better get rid of it. See what else I can find. Got iPhoto in here as well. iDVD. Won't be able to do that without an external, because the internal super drive is tricky to try and try and insert discs into. But luckily everything else is just fine. I think I'm just going to have to then just find another external Blu-ray burner or something. Got Excel, PowerPoint, communicator as well. Well, join me back in a bit because I've done everything that I can, and I'll see you back here in a bit, just as I just wrap things up. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. You've just joined me as I'm just about to wrap things up. Well, I hope that I was able to show as much as I could around macOS 10 Lion. I'm also hoping as well that I'm able to do something along the lines of I could do other things in Mountain Lion, which is the next system to follow on from this one. And then we'll be able to do some more bits that came out of the App Store as well. I'm also hoping that along the lines that we'll be able to have a look at what's available for Snow Leopard and Lion in the Internet Archive and see what I can find there. And while I'm looking at that, I can then just keep you all updated with what I find. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.